Good afternoon, everyone. So today's video, I'm gonna go over on the feeling about, going over how you're feeling during your exercise. Something that is really underappreciated and I honestly feel is understood, understood, is not as understood as it should be, is what you're doing and how you breathe during any kind of exercise. All right. Now, to break down the term exercise, all right, what you're really doing a lot of during these movements is contractions. All right. You're tightening up, you're stiffening up, and then you're loosening. You're tightening up, you're loosening up. Whether it be with running, which is you're contracting muscles to explode. Whether it be with fighting, you get contracting and then you're exploding out. But the idea is how to play with the rhythm of your breathing and your ability to move, all right? Which is probably why you're getting more tired than anything. Now, to explain that in terms of throwing strikes, I'm going to say that your strikes, they happen in three phases. And why they happen in three phases, all right? So when you throw a punch, you're going to contract in order to get your hand out, all right? That's how you get that explosive movement out there. But as you do that, the second phase is to stay loose so you can get faster, so your strikes can move at a faster rate of speed. And then the last phase is impact, which you need to contract again in order to brace for impact on your joints so that way you don't bend the wrist. So you can basically generate more force, right? Now, as you're moving around and you're throwing these punches, if you stay contracted the whole time, you're gonna be able to skip step two, and that is staying loose, but you're also gonna lose speed and you're also going to tire yourself out more. The benefit of staying contracted the whole time is that, I don't know, maybe you can just generate more power, but you're also not, you're getting a little ahead of myself. You're also going to be able to brace for strikes at any incoming moment, right? But you're basically burning up your oxygen reservoirs faster. So you're punching, and the idea is that you're super contracted the whole time. You're not letting loose. There's only that pace. You can only last so long before you're gonna realize that you're out of breath. You need to breathe. And you might even get a little lightheaded, right? So the best way to last a little longer during your sessions is to make sure you're in connection with your breathing. All right? So as you throw a strike, you breathe out. As you breathe out, that should at least get the air back in. So the exhalation makes you breathe in as you exhale. Pretty simple stuff, right? Now, the benefits of exhaling during impact is you're tightening up your core. Now, when we're talking about martial arts, that's going to be really important because at this point, when you're contracted, you're bracing your core. Look at my stance. Look at what's open and what's available, all right? My body is open for strikes and attacks. So when you're contracted, the benefit is now you're able to brace for the oncoming impact, let's say if you did miss. So that's what happens when you're losing your breath, and maybe why you feel like, man, I just can't seem to condition myself to get better is because you're disconnected with your breathing, all right? So when you're practicing, throw your strikes where you're connected with your breath. Then go back to being loose, all right? Don't make every strike. You're going to really find yourself diminished within about 20 seconds. And the recovery is just going to take much, much longer, all right? And the great thing about being connected with your breath is that it ties into everything that you do in life. Whether you're running, whether you're driving, whether you're walking, or whether you're just sitting, you're gonna realize, I feel like I'm out of breath. And that's because you're not taking in more oxygen than you're breathing out carbon dioxide. Which, if believe it or not, carbon dioxide is a waste product as your body asks you to generate energy, right? Anytime you're doing anything that requires energy, you're burning up your, I guess you could say your sugars, right, that you store, your carbs. And what that's going to do is create carbon dioxide, and your body's going to say, you know, what we need to do is create more energy by breathing in oxygen. Now, besides this in martial arts, you create a lot of stressful moments in your life as it is, you know, whether you're stuck in traffic and you're contracted and you're mad, or maybe if you're stressed out and you're contracted. So developing strong breathing rhythms and breathing patterns in your everyday life, being connected to how you breathe, you know, just your overall physiology is going to help you last longer in general, right? So when you are going through your daily life from now on, I really want you guys, and I ask you wholeheartedly, pay attention to how you breathe, you know? Because it's nothing like trying to talk to somebody and you're not breathing, all right? Because you're tense, you're anxious, you're not relaxed, you're contracted, you're, all right? Whether you're in traffic or at work, or maybe you got to go somewhere and someone stops to talk to you. Breathe a little bit more, all right? So that way you can get more out of life. All right, guys, hopefully this video will help you out and understand the wonders of breathing, all right? And take your time to breathe. Maybe create some breathing exercises before you put that mask on, and create a good breathing exercise when you take it off to get your body back to a baseline. So that way your oxygen levels are high and your carbon dioxide is low, or maybe it's just a good balance. So that way you're not stressing your body out without even realizing it. All right. So when it comes to exercise, have fun, be smart, be safe, take care of yourself, breathe, be aware of your patterns, and condition yourself so that way you can last longer in all aspects of life. All right. Hopefully you guys appreciate this video and enjoy it. And if you have questions, maybe you can get into the science of breathing, but you know, maybe I'll see you guys next time. Ask questions and enjoy the video. Sayonara.